So like, what up? It's Doki. Welcome to my first ever Mukbang Monday. I decided a long time ago that I've been wanting to do like a Mukbang Monday. I've decided a long time ago that I want to do like a Mukbang Monday thing, even though I'm trying to lose weight or whatever. But if I only eat like once a week, then it shouldn't be too bad. Because I'll try to start eating again healthy here like soon. I'm gonna order some meals. But yeah, so welcome to my like mini little Mukbang Monday. It's just like some Chick-fil-A, and I figured, hey, if I'm gonna eat Chick-fil-A, might as well talk about Christianity. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on the field, but I wanted to talk about it just because, you know, Chick-fil-A is like the religious Christian business store. And don't mind me if you see like animals walking around in the background. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. They do that. They just kind of appear. So let's see if I can dig right in here. We got a large fry, the #1 combo deluxe meal, and I also ordered like a 6-piece nuggets because I could, with a Dr. Pepper. Well, no, not Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's good though, but this is actually a cherry Coke. Like, if I had to pick between them, I would pick cherry Coke. Cherry Coke's really good. I like regular Coke too. My one best friend, she got me like into Coke a lot because she was drinking it all the time. Out of context sentence. My one best friend, she got me into Coke a lot. And so I'm gonna open the Chick-fil-A sauce because, you know, that's like the best. That's like the best part of Chick-fil-A. I'm just gonna put the little lids there. And like, I'll open them one at a time. And I'll do the nuggies first. Let's go. I have to learn that I don't have to cover my mouth. Because in public, like, if I'm eating, I'll just like cover my mouth all the time. I don't know if it's because I'm like shy or embarrassed or what. I know, yeah, I'll have my water. So I'm trying to do this with my battery like dying. It's only at 19% because I didn't charge it yesterday, and that's my fault. And I should have, but I didn't. Yeah, that was so good. So yeah, this is my first Mukbang Monday. I want to do some more. And then I can cover my mouth in. But I figured I like eating and I like watching mukbangs. Mukbang. I'm just gonna say American style. I say mukbang because I can. Because I just don't want to put that much emphasis into saying the word. Yeah, the waffle fries, so good. Like, I just got these and they're already a little cold. But they're not that bad. Could have been worse. But I think when I order a meal, like, my favorite thing to eat first is like the french fries. Because I love french fries. As I tell people, my body's like 90% potato. I'm just really into salty things. God, this lettuce chunk is so big. Ah. Like, I'll still eat that, but it's like so sticky outy. Sandwich. Ah, drippy. Drippy on the table. That's good though. Yeah, like when I eat, I hop around, so I'm like, I don't know what I want to eat. But yeah, Chick-fil-A, Christian business. There's also another Christian business that's not open on Sundays. What is it? It's like a craft store. I used to, Michael's? No? Maybe? It was a store that was open in North Dakota. And one time I wanted to try to get a job there, but I figured I'd like the dyed hair and the piercings and the different, like, I had the tattoos and stuff, so I'm like, they probably aren't gonna hire me. And they're like shopping there. But I could just say, yeah, I'm like one with the Lord and all that. Because I used to be. I was raised in a Christian household. As I like to say, I was like born into a Christian household. I was like, before, like, Christianity was in me while I was a twinkle in my father's eye. Because, like, both my parents, I think, were, like, raised Christian, but, like, their families, like, were, like, whatever, so they didn't really enforce it, like, super hard. But my mom and dad decided before they had kids that they were gonna be, like, Christian upbringing, got it! So, they had my brother and me, and, get out of there. I don't have my napkins. Yeah, my brother and me, and they I had like 2 kids. They wanted more, but they just didn't have more. So at least I got 1 boy and 1 girl, so that's cool. And I just remember my parents like taking me to church every single Sunday. And like it was kind of okay when you were a kid. Like, yeah, you had to get up early, kind of just like you went to school and stuff. But you got to go to Sunday school, and you got to color and draw and do all that shit. And they like made you like learn some Bible verses and stuff. But I should have known I was like a slow learner at that point, because that was even before I was in the school system. And they're like, learn John 3:16, and that's the only Bible verse I know now. 2 that took like a month and a half for me to learn it. 4 fucking ever. Just gonna put the box right here. No. Alright, over here. Those are good. Those are really good. So I finish those first, Abby. Oh, this house is almost empty. But yeah, so I know, still know John 3:16, but that doesn't really matter. Had a hard time learning it. Have a hard time learning anything nowadays. Ever. Because I'm just, not that good at remembering stuff. Remembering stuff. And I was like in the church like my whole life. It was like non-denominational Christian. So I didn't even know there were denominations of Christianity until I was like a teenager, when someone asked me like, oh, what denomination are you? Denomination. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I was just like, I don't remember that being a conversation that I've talked about. Yeah, so my family went to a couple of churches. I really feel like it was like same church while I was in all of elementary school, same church while I was in all of middle school, and same church while I was all in like high school. So the first church, it was like medium sized. It was really cool. The pastor was cool. And even there was like a church my family went to before I started like elementary school. So I was like in like before kindergarten, starting pre-K, all that stuff. That was a really cool church. It was really big. And I remember being, my cat's trying to mess with that. Being in like the like church play thing, and I was like a little like sheep or something. It was cute. It was like Christmas play, yeah, that thing. And that church was kind of big. But after that church, my family went to like the smallish medium church. There were a couple kids in my grade. I remember we played with like those, remember the 90s when there was like those birds you would balance on your thingy? I think they're still around, but not as popular. And they had the wings that are like, whew. I had a pink one that I loved so much. Ew, excuse me. That I played with like all the time. And we played with it a lot at that church, I remember. And that church was cool until I learned that one day, I learned this when I was older, that my parents' house like started getting bats in the chimney, like the flying creature, the bat. And we left that church, like, so the bats were like flying in the chimney and hanging out in the basement. And my family left that church because the pastor's wife was just like, the reason you have bats in your house is because you are letting sin into your household and you need to have a better relationship with the Lord. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I learned that when I was like 17. And I was like, bitch, what? No. And so I was just like, oh, okay. So I know why we left. Because I never really, like, knew when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck? Ah! I gotta open all that sauce. And then we went to this other church that was actually kind of tiny. I really liked that church. It was pretty cool. My mom was like singing in the like church group those days and stuff. My mom really likes to sing, and that's cool that she does. It gives her something to do. And I feel like she should sing more. I feel like she doesn't sing enough now. Because I always thought she had a really good singing voice. I was like, Mom, sing some more, you should do it. And we were in that church until at least I was in middle school. I think we left because that pastor left. Pastor Bruce, he was cool. And I actually want to get like some Chick-fil-A sauce too and put it on the burger. And we left in middle school because they left. They moved to like some other state. Like him and his new wife. I'll put that there actually. And I'll spray this on here with a fry. Oh god. And there we go. That's the stuff. And we started going to this church. It was bigger. It was probably the biggest church I remember going to besides the one I went to before I started school. And a lot of like some kids in my like middle school were like in that, so it was cool. I'm like, oh hey, I have you in my class, that's neat. Well, that's like, we didn't really talk much because in middle school I had like no friends. Most of middle school and a good ass chunk of high school I didn't have any friends because I didn't really know how to make them. Because after elementary school people stopped being my friend and I didn't know why. Well, I mean, I kind of knew why in 5th grade. But that's another story. And so we were just there for like a little bit, not too long. And probably by the time I started 9th grade, my mom met this one lady who was working at Walmart with her. And she's just like, oh, you should come to the church I go to. It's pastored by, is that the word pastored? The person who is the pastor there is like my husband's brother. And I'm like, alright, cool. So we went there. And I actually started becoming pretty close friends with like the high schoolers there because it was the pastor's daughter. And this other girl who's like a really close friend of mine now. And then my mom's Walmart friend's daughter. So much burping. Who like, she's okay. She's like doing her own thing now. I was like in her wedding. I suppose that's cool, I guess. But we've never been like close. She's kind of meanish to me a little bit because I have no spine. I'm an Aries, that's part jellyfish. And I was just checking the battery. It's like, oh, it's so gonna die. It's like at 6%, so now it's at like 5%. So I need to keep eating this. Oh my gosh, I should have had this charged so I could just keep talking. But that was a pretty fun church. The pastor was cool. Oh. And we stayed there. Like, my parents still go to that church. Like, and I'm like, even though that pastor's gone and his son is gone, and also like, her Walmart friend's husband is like being the pastor, so that's cool, I guess. But I stopped going to church when I was like, the second I turned 18 and had a car and had my driver's license. I was like, so I graduated high school, I'm like, no, you can't make me go back. No, forget this is dumb. Just like, just growing up, you see, you know, people being super crabby, and you're like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. And yes, like hypocrisy, basically. I just haven't been religious since around that time. I don't even call myself like religious at all.